So dinner finishes, you go back to the hotel. Who in your mind is winning the competition?
Wow.
That's a great question.
I'm Andrew from CheepJokes. We're here with Damian and Andrew from Lego Masters Season 2. Welcome, guys.
Thanks very much, Andrew.
What was the conversation like applying for the show?
Well, we sort of talked a bit, didn't we? And we thought, should we do Lego Masters? Should we not do Lego Masters? Should we apply? And we thought, yeah. We talked to our wives and they said, yes, you should do it. Give us an experience. So we did. We followed the process, went through the audition process, which took a little while.
Yep.
Here we are. We got in.
So this is not your first time applying though, is it?
No, we actually applied last year for the original season, and we sort of got to the final as well of the auditions, but couldn't get lead. It was one of those. We just did it for fun, really, just for a joke.
Didn't expect to actually get that far.
Didn't expect to be that good.
Yeah, one of those gags that accidentally works out.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, so really a little bit unprepared to go to
very
follow
unprepared.
through. So
Yeah, right. So the brief for episode 1, what's going through your head?
Okay, so we've got to do a whole new world. You know, we've got to create our own culture, our own little space, and it's all got to fit into this kind of big volcano in the centre. Still don't know the BrickPit. We haven't been in here yet. You know, so pretty nervous.
yeah.
Pretty excited.
It's a big first build.
It's a very big first build.
Yeah.
15 hours, ready, set, go. And so we run into the BrickPit for the first time, and you know, you can imagine just overloaded by the amount of bricks.
So in season 1, I heard there was right wings, I think, were missing from the BrickPit. There was a whole pile of left wings and no right wings. What's missing this season?
They're the same.
Same still?
So
no
the
right
right
wings?
I'm not sure if it's the opposite side,
Or it
but
might be the opposite way?
It could be, I'm not sure.
We've got one-sided wings. I don't know why.
Yeah. So Brickman still hasn't replenished those.
No, one-sided wings. There's not a lot of slopes. It'd be nice to have some more of those.
I think they do that just to challenge you a little bit more.
Right.
The snot bricks are all compiled as one in one pile, so you've got that tricky bit as well. You're finding out, you know, half of the conversations in the BrickPit. Has anyone seen the 2x1 plates, green?
Are you all helping each other? All the teams are helping each other?
Yeah,
No, we
it's
are.
pretty good.
Yeah?
atmosphere.
Yeah.
You're sending
Great.
someone to do a run for you to grab you some...
Oh, no, we
not
can't do
quite
that.
far.
But while you're in the pit, you can ask, because we're all in here together. This is a challenge, it's not an elimination, so...
But on that, we do have the Flash Jordan brick.
The Flash Jordan and the Golden Brick creating the Mega Brick
Yeah.
is the latest thing. So whoever wins this challenge is going to get that. That is a huge advantage.
So can you tell us a little bit more about the Flash Jordan brick? What does it involve?
Okay, so the Flash Jordan Brick is that simply means that you get Geordie for a build, whatever build you choose.
Right.
And he will come backwards and forwards to the pit at the speed of light to get you whatever bricks you need.
Yeah.
So you can't use him to build, but you can
No.
use him to get whatever big bricks you need for your builds, which saves you a massive amount of time.
And what about the golden brick? What's that getting us?
The Golden Brick is a get out of jail free card, really. It's like, and you can take it and you can be immune to an elimination. So you can just decide, I'm going to sit this one out and go to the next step.
Right. It'd be pretty brief, I'm guessing. So you've got to take
Yeah,
the risk.
you've got to take the risk, that's right. You've got
Yeah.
to decide before you get the brief of the elimination whether or not you're going to use it.
What's going to be your deciding factor to when you're going to use it?
We both feel like we came into this show to build. So to not at this stage...
The finals?
Yeah.
Well,
I
maybe.
don't think we can use
We're
it
thinking
then.
about the long game, but it's just going to depend on how we go from challenge to challenge.
Yeah.
If we feel like we need to sit out for a bit and have a rest, maybe we'll do that. But
Yeah.
I think at this stage we're really keen to build. We want to learn. That's why we're here. So I think we'll just see how it goes.
Flash Jordan Brick's an interesting one because we didn't, you know, Jordan's come out and he's sort of shown us that he's athlete. We're not really sure yet, but after doing the build and realising how much time you spend in the brick pit trying to find bricks, huge advantage.
Huge advantage?
Yeah,
Huge
if you
advantage.
use it well.
Hours of extra time.
I feel like I'd spend more time describing to Jordan what the brick is I want than I'd spend just going in there and getting it.
Yeah, but you could just go, I need 50 of these in blue.
Right.
And he's like, oh, you got that.
He's there 1,
Yeah.
2.
Well, actually, he's more like, stuff it.
No,
Yeah.
So you guys built a Japan-themed
Yeah.
tower. How did the concept come about?
I think that the deception was whole new world, new meaning futuristic. I said, no, this is just a world that's not been discovered, which makes it new. So we thought we'd go the opposite. Hopefully that will help us out.
And what were some of the other concepts that were on the table for you?
Yeah, we did have space, didn't we?
Well,
thought
we
about
visited that briefly, but we thought, explorers and, because that sort of had that in the title, Whole New World, and that just means exploring and, that sort of thing, discovery.
So how did you find this? A 15-hour build. So was there any warm-up to first day of filming, or it was straight into
it
business?
was no warm-up.
No
It's
warm-up.
literally
Straight
what
in.
you see on TV is exactly what happens. We walked in here, meet Hamish and Brickman for the first time. 10 minutes later, we're in the brick pit,
Wow.
scrounging around for bricks, trying to work out what we're doing.
And this is the same. We wouldn't have even met the other teams at this point, I'm guessing.
We got to meet them the night before
Right.
we started, or we sort of
Yeah.
introduced ourselves, and we actually went out for dinner the day before we
Oh, great.
started, which was really nice. And that was it. Didn't know anything else.
Yeah, we're still
Yeah.
learning names though. Like we still.
Yeah,
like,
I'm going.
really
Is
know
that
everyone
John?
that
Who's
well.
that? Is that Jackson
Yeah.
or is that
Some
Alan?
name badges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. So with the conversations around the dinner table, starting to weigh up the competition, what do you do? How long have you been building?
Yeah, a little
A
bit.
little bit. Initially, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, what if you like Lego? And you have completely different conversations with different people.
Yep.
But sometimes they'll bring out their phone and I'll show you a build and okay, I don't want to see any more. They're showing
Okay.
me. It's too intimidating.
So dinner finishes, you go back to the hotel. Who in your mind is winning the competition?
Wow.
That's a great question. I actually didn't. It's funny, but we didn't actually think that way. We thought, well, let's just see if we can get through this first challenge. And for us, our real goal is to create personal bests for builds.
Right.
I mean, who gets to use 3 million bricks, right?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do if you got 3 million bricks? There'll be a winner, there'll be a second, third, all that sort of thing. But what people will remember a lot further than that is your build. What did
Yeah.
you build? So we really wanted to go in with this show thinking, let's build something that we can't build at home.
On, I guess, your downtime, are you practicing, refining some skills to build on?
Always.
We've gone
always
crazy with the
building.
Lego. Yeah, we go back to our hotel, we've got a big kit there, we've got some sets, and we're just constantly building, talking it through, trying to think of new ideas, trying to think what's the next challenge going to be? If it's this, what would we do?
Did you come in before episode 1 started filming, before you'd seen the set or anything? Did you have some concepts in mind that you were kind of thinking, if we get the chance, this is going to be,
Yeah.
we have to do
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We had a list of things that we wanted to try and build if we had the opportunity.
Yeah.
But then you got to be careful you don't get hung up on that too much and try and squeeze your idea into the challenge when it doesn't really fit. So
Yeah.
you
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of had to be ready to be flexible.
What did you waste most of your time on with this build? So, I mean, 15 hours sounds like a lot, but when it comes down to it and you're in that potential last hour, red light comes on.
Well, you spent a lot of time on the cave,
I
which
did
was
spend a lot of time on the cave, which
Which
was
was-
important because it was a very strong point to the story. That's where the eyes central to the story was located. So we wanted to make sure that was a good feature.
I as a general rule, build pretty fast, but I'm not a details person. So what I tend to do is I'll build something, and then Damian will go, yeah, okay, let's tweak.
Yeah.
So as a general rule, we build things in a modular fashion,
Right.
so that if you go, that brick doesn't work there, you can take it apart and find it.
Right.
Nothing worse than building a whole structure and then finding there's one bit that's not right.
You can't get to it.
Okay, so you're kind of building a kind of a larger structure that can be easily amended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd recommend for mock builders?
Yes. When you're initially building something, I would always say build whatever it is you're building to be transported. And the best way to transport anything is in a modular fashion. Because as soon as Lego gets to a certain size, as we discovered
Yeah.
very quickly, when you start building big, Lego loses its clutch powers. And it loses it completely.
Right, yeah,
Or it gets really heavy.
There's a
and
weight
then
point,
it's-
right?
Yeah, the weights.
And without proper technical Lego, structural, it sort of falls apart.
Okay, so I mean, it's only episode 1, but are you building for, traditional mock stability, traveling to the brick shows, or are you building for TV?
We're building for TV in this case. In fact, I wouldn't, if I was going to build for it, for a convention or something like that, you'd go for much more structural integrity, which takes a lot longer, probably double the amount of time.
Yeah.
Whereas this case, we're just like, nah, let's just do a single wall, do that, yep, next,
Put it up,
because your
yeah.
time is so precious.
There was a twist in this challenge.
Yeah.
You had to gift another team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we got Jen and Jody, which they had like underwater.
Okay, yeah, right.
So it's an underwater thing. So the hard part about this is that we had created in our build a culture. And I actually built a little boat. It's the first little boat I built. So when he gave us the boat, I had to spend most of that 2 hours building the boat because that was part of the culture.
To reflect
So the gift was,
the island,
Damian built the gift and I had to build the boat, which we actually got in trouble for a little bit later.
Really?
But I had to because the culture of the architecture of the whole thing, is kind of part of it.
Yeah, right.
But in the
And
end,
the gift
obviously,
would have been the same no matter who we were next to.
Yeah.
Because the gift was more about our culture rather than the culture it was going to.
yeah, that's right.
You've had dinner the night before. Now you've seen them build for 15 hours. Now where are you at with who's a competitor?
Yeah, so we are looking at everybody's build, and I have to be honest, everybody's just gone up a level. Like, this is amazing. I think
I want a name.
your name, Jackson and Alex.
Jackson and Alex
I
are
reckon
standing out?
Jackson and Alex are a force to be reckoned with. They have built some amazing things already, and I looked at their boat and I went, "That is fantastic."
And Jay and Starney also.
Jay and
with their
Starney,
tower, 'cause
yeah.
we got in a height war with them. And
Right.
Jay and Starney also they built this awesome tower. I think it had a revolving restaurant on top.
They had a roller coaster in it. It was incredible.
Yeah, it's really good.
Just
Right.
overkill height.
And they had some intricate details that you're kind of looking at that being like, we're going to have to pick up our game to
Oh, yeah.
compete with these guys.
Yeah, really creative. They build really fast, and their tower's huge.
Yeah, right.
It's the tallest thing in the room.
Yeah,
Right.
so they're very
You
good
know.
at building big as well, which we thought might have been an advantage for us, but looks like we got competition.
So, I mean, you won the challenge, but given more time or given the opportunity again, what would you have done differently?
I think if we had more time, we would have worked more on details and technique. We would have probably used a lot more snot techniques to create the design of the building. The pagoda sort of architecture is like a Tudor style, and it's always better with Tudor if you indent out. But I just sort of used brick on brick because we didn't have time.
Time. Yep.
You know, still trying to find out where the snot bricks are.
All right, well, thanks for talking to us.
problem.
Great to see what you've done in episode 1 and really looking forward to
Yeah,
how you're going to progress going forward.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
Andrew.
cool. Thanks for having us.
No worries.
Cheers.